that was like the last Five Dog show at FWA, bro. Like, I'm so glad that I was doing commentary for like most of the time for that show, bro. And then I was like literally backstage for like 5 minutes before like I had to do the intro with Vinny and shit. And then I was like, it was like so fucking like you were just shoulder to shoulder like that. And it was like usually that venue you've got like the biggest space to get like room there. Everyone has like plenty of room. And it was like this time was the most ridiculous shit ever.
That show just fucking upset me, man. Like, oh, sorry, can I swear on you? Is that all right? Do we swear?
Yeah, bro. Fuck, I've been swearing my heart. I've been going
I don't even notice. But
No, he can't.
that show, I don't want to, like, obviously that show just fucking upset me because of a number of reasons, and I understand like the limitations backstage, but like the thing that like pissed me off most about that show, the first time I've ever attended a FWA show, I love going out and attending random shows and seeing what the vibe is like. You know what I mean? Like, Rob caught me at AWE the other night, and I was like, "Hey, bro, I'm here," and you're like, "What are you doing here?" And I'm like, "Oh, I was just trying to get booked." Nah, but then but I was at FWA, and there was like obviously there's restrictions in the locker room, but like the Rumble, like in the Rumble, the thing that annoyed me the most, I guess, for the most part, and you know, just no hold back, I guess, like when people were getting eliminated, they were like staying in the crowd. They would get eliminated from the Rumble, and then they would go and grab a beer and drink it, right? And they'd be sitting. Yeah. Do you like I don't want to like sound like maybe this is a bit old. I don't know. Is it old school? But I think it's like I think respect trickles down in wrestling in terms of like promoters and whatnot. And I know like and Piers, I'm not like shitting on FWA or you because no. You didn't do that.
It's true. I know where you're going with this. I know exactly where you're going with this.
Respect trickles down, and those people that just walked out, didn't give a fuck, and they just went and grabbed a beer. And like I'm just sitting there, I'm like, this is like destroying the whole illusion for anyone who wants to come watch wrestling. Now they're just another person. They're sitting there, and even the heels and the faces are high five and taking a photo. Like, what's going on? Like, what kind of?
And as you said, it's if you don't respect the head honcho from the beginning, you're gonna do fucking shit like that. You know what I mean? You're gonna do disrespectful shit like that. And to be honest, you really shouldn't be doing that at any show, but you're going to because you're not taking it seriously. Because like, well, the promoter doesn't take it seriously, so why the fuck should you? You know, should us? We go out there. They should be obviously the smart thing to do would be just to sell, go backstage, but they don't. They obviously want it.
Well, let alone respect wrestling. Oh, sorry, bro.
No, I feel like. Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, I feel like I can understand that as well, bro. And I feel like I've been guilty of doing that once at a show, bro. Whereas, like, I was, you know, came out, did the manager gimmick, and I was backstage. I was really hot. I was sweating. I was like profusely sweating. I was in a suit. I just needed to go get a cold drink, and I went backstage. I got out of my suit, got changed. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Put my cap on or whatever, and just walked to the bar, got a drink, and then I went and sat at the back of Rob. You know
no. He's not saying that. You're not saying that. You're saying straight from the Rumble, they just didn't even go to the back.
Yeah, there's a few people.
No, he's saying they didn't even go. They didn't even fucking go past the actual curtain. They just stayed out there, stopped selling. I'm out. I'm ready to get a beer and sit down and just have a laugh. It's like, what the fuck?
Well, bro, you know what's funny about that Rumble, right? So, like,
who was it? Who the fuck did that shit?
So
some tremendous workers that just, you know, I don't know.
So one of the funny things that happened in the Rumble. So me and Banks were out there ringside for the entire thing, and I literally tried to stay behind Banks the whole time because I just thought like I just didn't want anyone to fall on me and shit. So I was like, at least I knew I had Banks there as like not to say he was going to fucking protect me, but it was like. I knew where he was. He would be like at a safe distance. So I figured behind him is a safer distance. So anyway, he jumps up on the ring to do a spot. Cowboy's been eliminated. I don't see it. Cowboy comes over, puts me in a fucking sleeper hold, right? I start freaking the fuck out, thinking like a member of the audience is just fucking like because I had no idea what the fuck is going on, right? And then Cowboy's coming, he's putting talking to me in my ear, and he goes, "Oi, it's fucking Abbott, you silly cunt." He goes, "Get fucking Banks," and I'm like, "Oh shit, all right, yeah, Banks." Banks comes over, makes the save, fucking Cowboy fucking bails out. Banks gets up, does the spot, and it was like. dude, like it was that moment of just like, God, I had no idea what the fuck was happening at that moment, and then it was like the fact I knew it was Abbott, someone who I know and trust and shit. Like I'm like, all right, cool. Like it's you know, what I mean, I know I'm not fucking in the shit here.
Well, Abbott came out, right? But he came out during the show, but he came out with like a hoodie zipped up to about here. Like he was the one who was taking it proper serious, which is like, I was like, this is what we all should be doing. He had like a Heather Gray sweatshirt that was just like zipped right to here. So like you could barely see anything. He was like running around like
kayfabe.
Yeah.
Kayfabe, brother, that's the thing, you know.
Maybe it's not that important.
I don't know, man. I kind of see when I see wrestlers coming out and doing like, you know, going to the merch table after their match while there's other matches there. Like, I kind of look at that as like you can kind of be distracting the audience away from.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Like, that's the way that I sometimes could look at it, because it's like sometimes people in the audience go, oh, fuck, that's Robbie Zuko. He just wrestled in the first match. Oh, he's over there now. Why is he standing over there for? Oh, you know what? I might go talk to him. He looks like a nice fella. And then
always just going to be a run-in. You know, could this be a run-in? You know, people were like, what the hell's he doing out here, you know?
Yeah, there's always those. But it's I guess people look at it. If you go to a theater show, you know what I mean? Do they what actually happens? Do they come backstage and then go out for a drink when you go to a theater show? No. So what happens at the end? They all come out, they all bow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not about kayfabe thing for wrestling. You know, everybody has their own opinions on that, but that's the way I look at it. If it's a show, and that's what it's meant to be, then make sure that, you know, you stay backstage. Or I mean, look, if you can do it, you can do it in a way where you can't. People go out there and they have a drink. They can stay on a certain side of the fence. And the baby fence down. You know what I mean? That's how kayfabe really technically works. It doesn't mean they can't go out in public. I mean, when I was growing up, I remember I went to a wrestling show at where was it? Manly Leagues Club, and gorgeous George Barnes there. He was actually he came out of the dressing room and sat right behind me, and he was like leaning on the actual staircase. You know what I mean? And he was a heel, and I went up to him and went like this to shake his hand. And the first thing he did, he broke kayfabe and shook my hand. You know what I mean? So I'm there going, wow. You know what I mean? So there is, you know, so it's not just us that's done it. It was done back then too. It's to a different extent.
But do you know what? Like, you see someone like on a big level like MJF who goes in and does like keeps fucking in character and flips off fucking 5-year-olds